I'm I'm James Madison. Not the president, mind you. I was born a slave in Georgia, but well, this is the story of how I found my way to freedom. Life in Georgia was hard. Every day I felt the weight of those chains, even when they weren't on my wrists. The plantation where I worked was vast. Fields of cotton stretching as far as the eye could see. It was beautiful in a way, but that beauty was tainted by the suffering it represented. I remember the moment I decided to escape. It was after a particularly brutal day in the fields. I looked up at the stars and thought, there's gotta be more than this. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind was racing, planning, hoping. I knew the risks, but the thought of living another day in bondage was unbearable. The next few days I gathered what little supplies I could, some food, a change of clothes, a map I'd borrowed from the master's study. The night I left, I was terrified. My heart was pounding so loud I was sure someone would hear it. But I had to go. It was now or never. The journey north was terrifying. Every sound made me jump. Every shadow could have been a slave catcher. I traveled by night, following the North Star. During the day, I hid wherever I could, in barns, in the woods, even in a hollow log once. The hunger was constant. I rationed my food carefully, but it was never enough. Sometimes I'd risk raiding a farmer's field just to have something in my stomach. There were kind folks along the way. A Quaker family gave me food and new shoes. Their kindness, it gave me hope. But for every kind soul, there were others who would have turned me in for a reward. I learned to trust no one completely. I remember one close call. I was hiding in a barn when I heard dogs barking. My blood ran cold. I was sure they'd found me. I scrambled up into the hayloft, burrowing as deep as I could. The dogs came into the barn, sniffing and growling. I held my breath, praying they wouldn't find me. But that fear never left me. Not until I reached Canada. I met others like me along the way. We shared what little we had. Food, information, hope. We were all reaching for the same dream.
And then I saw it, the border, just a line on a map, but to me it was everything. Crossing that line, I can't describe the feeling. It was like a weight lifted off my soul. For the first time I could breathe free air. Life in Canada wasn't easy, but it was mine, my life, my choices. I saw others like me, free and respected. I worked hard, but the fruits of my labor were my own. I learned to read and write. Every letter I formed felt like a victory against those who had tried to keep me ignorant. I made friends, real friends, people who saw me as a man, not property. That was a feeling I'll never forget.
That's why I'm telling you this, Mr. Bibb. Our stories, they need to be told. They give hope to those still in bondage and remind the free of the preciousness of liberty. Every time I see a slave ship in the harbor, my heart aches. But it also strengthens my resolve to fight against this injustice. I've helped others escape, guided them along the same path I took. It's dangerous, but how can I not? How can I enjoy my freedom knowing others are suffering? Sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like if I'd stayed. But then I look at my children born free and I know I made the right choice. Freedom isn't just a word, it's everything, and it's worth fighting for, no matter the cost. So that's my story, Mr. Bibb. A story of fear, of hope, of determination. A story that, sadly, isn't unique, but it's mine and I'm proud to share it. Because maybe, just maybe, it'll inspire others to seek their own freedom, or better yet, to fight for a world where no one has to escape to be free.
Thank you, Mr. Madison. Your courage is inspiring. Your story will not be forgotten.
Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more historical adventures. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated.